Delighted that in the short space of time we've had this week, we've been able to appoint a team of such quality. Worked very hard for the last 2 or 3 days to make it happen. Didn't expect it to be happening, but given that we're in a situation we're in, I'm delighted we've got a team that I believe that in the short term and in the longer term I hope will take us to different levels. So that said, I'll hand you over to Ady. I'm sure you'd all like to talk to Ady and ask him the questions.
Yeah.
In any particular order.
One at a time.
You must be delighted to be back at the club.
Yeah, it's I'm very delighted. Obviously, everybody knows what I think of the football club, and obviously when the chairman gave me a call a couple of days ago, and the discussions went on and on and on, didn't it? To be fair, for a couple of days, but it was great. It was, Paul said some very nice stuff about me, and obviously wanted me to come in and be the head coach. But just obviously being a player here, some fantastic times here. Obviously, the 2 Wembley appearances obviously was great, and obviously the supporters. I got that rapport with the supporters, and long may that continue. And obviously that's through results, obviously. But I'm very pleased to be here, very very pleased and excited, and very pleased to have the boys with me. Obviously with the backing of the chairman, with Steve and Jamie, who I know they're very very good coaches, very honest, and obviously the biggest thing in football is trust. And with their experience, I'm really looking forward to it. And with Neil, I don't want to smoke up Neil's backside too much, but he is one of the best around, fitness coaching wise, and a nutritionist. He is top drawer, he's got his masters, and like I say, the boys will be working hard on and off the pitch.
Probably been a bit of a whirlwind last week for you guys, because obviously last weekend you were with Welling, Welling doing extra well since you guys came in.
Yeah.
Talk us through the process that then happened over this sort of last weekend or so.
Well, obviously we had the game. We had a good result against Margate, and to be fair, I brought my little boy up here to watch the game on Monday, because obviously I live in Gillingham, and they're all Gillingham fans, etc. And then unfortunately, obviously Paul had to make a hard decision, and it is a very hard decision. He made that decision, and obviously called me afterwards and wanted to chat. So it went from there really. Like I say, it wasn't a 5-minute phone call or anything like that. We were to and fro and this and the other, because there was other interests. But I couldn't turn it down. Obviously, with the way this football club is ready to move on again, and obviously and believing what the chairman is saying to me. So, but no, it was a roller coaster. Obviously, I spoke to other clubs as well, but I could not turn this down. This is a great opportunity. I'm very proud to be here and excited.
You got titled head coach. Does that make you the manager or head coach?
Head coach.
Yeah, head coach. Head coach. But it's obviously the players need to. Obviously they'll be coming to me. Obviously I'll be making the final decisions, etc. And so obviously for good results, bad results, draws, whatever goes on, obviously is on my head. So which I'm fully aware of that. I enjoy it. In a silly way, I do enjoy that pressure, and that's what it's all about.
And you've got between now and the end of the season to impress the chairman to sort of keep the sort of status quo going, I guess. Yeah,
and things will obviously. I believe that obviously with the staff I've got here, and obviously with the chairman's help, it will improve. But this is a results business. End of. Whatever level, whatever division, it's all about winning games. But I want to obviously get this place rocking and rolling again. When we were here last time, it was a fantastic place, and the supporters are absolutely top drawer. Home and away. The amount of supporters we take away and the noise they make is phenomenal, and that's carried on obviously since I've not been here, and we'd like to carry that on here and get the bums off the seats, and bums on the seats, and then off it when hopefully they'll enjoy their football and winning games.
And obviously bring Steve back to the club. That must be important, because the players, from what I know, respect Steve hugely.
Yeah, obviously I played with Steve at Bournemouth. I just started my career in Steve at the end of his career. But no, he's got great experience, and it was a no-brainer really to bring him back. He knows the area. Obviously, he's been here a long time, longer than obviously myself. But he's got great experience and somebody who I trust, and like I say, that's important. And the other thing is, these boys wouldn't be here if they weren't good at their job. I don't want yes men around me. I don't think it's healthy to have yes men around me. they've all got their own opinions. Obviously, I'll have that final say, but I'll bounce things off everybody while I'm here. So very important to get them back.
You've got a fantastic squad of players to work with. I guess you've got to resolve maybe a few who are staying, maybe letting some go. And, you know, good news is a chance for winners out there.
Yeah, that's right. There is obviously it's January. There is players that have gone back on loan, and obviously we'll decide on that. Obviously players out of contract. So there'll be a little bit of movement. I'm not going to sit here and say there's going to be no changes or wholesale changes. What there will be, there'll be 2 or 3, hopefully, players coming in, and unfortunately 2 or 3 players going out. But we've got to make those decisions very quickly, because I want to come here and hit the road running. You know, I don't want to. This is why the players have been over the week after here and today. We're meeting the players after this, and then they're in tomorrow. But we want to hit the road running. We're not here to just make up the numbers. We want to get results straight away and get them working off the pitch as well as on it every single day here. So we're really looking forward to it.
And last one for me, I guess it must be nice in a way you've got a whole week to prepare for the next game. It gives you that time really, rather than straight on the beat.
Yeah, definitely. That is a bonus. Don't get me wrong. We like to be in the FA Cup still. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, that is a bonus. That is a bonus. And there is obviously already there's some illness in the camp, but we'll obviously, and a couple of little niggles. But yeah, it is a bonus. Like I say, we're going to start. We're starting today. We started as a group yesterday, but the players had a day off yesterday. They're in today and tomorrow. Then we're going to go up and see the young youth team at Sheffield Wednesday tonight, and that'll be important to see what's underneath us. Because again, I met them yesterday, and I said to them, you know, if we get 1 or 2 or 3 of them coming through the youth team into the first team, it's fantastic. Great for us, great for the area, and that's what we want, you know. And so it'd be good to see them tonight.
Not every player that's captain of the club gets to manage it later. Do you think that's going to help at all in any way?
That was then. I do believe that was then. Lots of things happened since then and now. Obviously, the only thing really, I really did enjoy my time here. Obviously, I had 7.5 very good years, and obviously a lot of things happened in between then and now. So unfortunately, I had to retire here. And then obviously went into management straight away after leaving Gillingham, and had some fantastic times. You know, obviously starting at Gravesend and Northfleet, and then going to Welling, and then had 6 great years at Stoke, and obviously to Forest Green. So yeah, but a lot of things have happened since then and now. Obviously, it's a totally different scenario now. You know, this is perfect, and this is a dream. To be fair, that. I'm at a very good club, and like I say, want to push on, but it's 2 different scenarios, to be fair.
What are your aims for the rest of the season? Are you still looking at the playoffs? 10 points is going to be still quite a tough ask, would you think?
It'll be a tough ask, but why not? You know, Barnsley done it last year. Like I say, we're going to come in, we want to hit the road running, we're not going to mess about. And like I say, if we can get the results and get on a run, then straight away, then you just never know what's going to happen. But yeah, we'll never say never. We haven't given up yet. You know, it's 10 points. You know, you get on a good run, then who'd say we can't get in those playoffs? But there's a lot to do from now until obviously the Oldham game. But what we'll say is they'll be organised, they'll be fitter, and then obviously they'll be enjoying their football. And like I say, it's all about those 3 points.
I actually think that this season the playoff points are going to be lower, and I think the lowest in the last 3 years have been 69. I think it's going to be around about 67, 68 this year because of the type of division we're in. So, 40 points, 21 games to go. Anything's still possible if you've got the right mentality and the right spirit in the camp. We've certainly got the quality in the squad, and we've got organisation, and the players know what they're playing. Then that'll be, we've got half a chance, I think.
We are fortunate. We're fortunate we've come in, and there is a good squad here. You know, there's some good individuals. They're all obviously very good individuals, and that's what we've got to do. We've got to get and work as a team and working hard. You know, and like I said, it's working hard on and off the pitch. You know, that's what it is. So we haven't given up anything at the moment.
I guess one player who probably will impress you is Adam Coombs. He'll be been banging the goals in for Welling for fun this year. Will you be looking sort of locally and non-league, because there's a lot of talented players around? Ricky Miller at Dover as well.
There's talent everywhere, you know. There is, and obviously Adam has done really well for us. He's a talented boy. So, but we're obviously we know our targets. Like I say, we've been working very hard the last day, and we'll continue that. But they're out there. Non-league is a lot of, you know. The lad May has just gone to Doncaster, hasn't he? Alfie May has just gone to Doncaster. So, you know, he played against us against Hythe. So they're out there. It's our job and hard work to find them, and like I say, we've got our targets.
And Jamie, for you yourself, to leave a position of manager to become a coach under Ady, how does that dynamic change things?
Well, I've done it before, you know, at Forest Green with the gaff, so yeah, it's not a problem. I know what my role is and what I need to do and the work that needs to go in to help the gaffer. So yeah, it's not a problem for me. Just adjust it a little bit, but yeah, it's fine. I'm happy.
It's probably been a whirlwind sort of couple of months for you, really, hasn't it? Sort of coming in at Welling under Mark Goldberg, sort of assisting him and just progressing through, and Ady coming.
Yep.
It really has been sort of quite a change.
Yeah, it's been a lot of changes. You know, recently I'm going in as first team coach with Mark at Welling, and then taking over, and then Gaff coming as football consultant to help me out. So yeah, it's all been very quick, and obviously, you know, it wasn't back at Welling very long, but it was a fantastic time again. Club that I really love, but it's an opportunity that for me that coming to Gills is one you can't turn down, and really looking forward to it.
And Steve, for you, obviously been working with Smudger up at Bromley as well. How did the sort of conversation go? Did Ady pick up the phone to you in the last couple of days and say once you're back?
Yeah, but very much the same, really. You know, it was an opportunity to come back to a club that, you know, I love. It's in my blood, and it was a no-brainer. You know, I wanted to come back here and help the gaffer, and with Jamie and Neil, I think we've got a hard work ahead of us. But as I say, it needs to be done. It needs to be organised. The players, we can't wait to get into them, and hopefully know that we will get them moving in the right direction. But you know, it's just great to be back here. I think the main thing I think we're saying is all about enjoyment. And I think if you enjoy what you're doing, you're going to get best results. And the thing is, we'll enjoy what we will be doing. Just making sure the players enjoy what they're doing. If they're doing that, they're doing the right things. So if we can do that, then we'll have a good chance of progressing.
Chairman, both Andy Hassenthaler and Ian Hendon were linked with coming back to the club. Is there still a chance we may see one or both of them back here at some point?
Well, Andy is a friend of mine and has been for 20 years, and obviously he comes and watches his son, and you know, as a friend I talk to him about things, and but no, he's doing what he's doing, and obviously I talked to him about my concerns in the last couple of days, and you know, bounce things off him, which is what friends do. But no, insofar as him coming back at this moment in time, there's no plan for that. He is prepared to do some scouting for us, as is Peter Taylor, as is Ian Hendon, who also are friends of mine. But you know, it strikes me that because I've been seeing with people who are my friends around football in the last few days, they're all potential managers, but that hasn't been the case at all. So no, I mean, Hesse continues to come because he's a friend and because his son is here and he watches his son play football, quite understandably. But yeah, and I do bounce things off him because that's what friends do. No, but I'm very happy with the team we have. I mean, it was I actually considered Ady a couple of years ago, although we didn't actually get to meet a couple of years ago. I've been tracking his career since he left Gillingham. Much as I may have had my differences with Tony Pulis, I've always regarded him as a good coach, and of course Ady's had a good grounding working under him. So you know, for every reason, I feel very comfortable with the choice. Great to have Steve back. Jamie's name has been on my radar. Different people have mentioned him over the last few years, so I'm kind of glad that we're working together again. And already in the last 24 hours, what I've seen Neil been doing, it's impressive. And I guess we're all in for some hard work in the gym by the look of things. So yeah, everything feels good. I'm delighted I did it quickly because these things can be really tedious. Employing managers, almost 10 minutes after I think I dismissed Justin, my phone was ringing and people were calling agents and managers, and you know, I understand that, but it can turn into a bit of a saga if it's not dealt with quickly. And I was absolutely adamant this time I needed continuity with the team. I was kind of fairly clear in my mind that I didn't want to go with a manager job route, I wanted to go with a coaching route, and fortunately I managed to persuade the guys very quickly to come and talk to me and subsequently come on board. And I think the balance is very good. You know, I think the balance is very good with all four of the guys. And I don't think they're, you know, I think they will challenge each other, which is exactly what I want. And I think they'll be healthy for the players. I think they're going to bring a new type of dimension to the team. They'll bring a different type of professionalism to the team. And certainly I think the training will be far more exciting and hopefully more beneficial.
Ady, a couple of years ago there was the game of four and it seemed to sort of work. Steve was obviously part of that. You've got Pato still here, I guess you're going to still lean on him for his experience.
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously me and Pato go back a long way. Obviously I was his apprentice, so I'm only joking. No, he's obviously doing the under-18s. And obviously be there tonight, you know, wishing the kids, the Litmans all the best. You know, it's going to be. But Pato's got that experience here. He's been here a long time as well. So obviously, but I don't want us to be the youth team over there or the reserves. It's got to be one, and that's from top to bottom. That's from the chairman way to the tea lady. It's got to be one, and that's what I'm looking forward to, and getting everybody working hard together as one. That's what it's all about.
And with your contacts throughout the game, I guess you're hoping you'll be able to bring in a few loan players from some other clubs.
Yeah, most definitely, and obviously it started obviously lots of conversations, and millions of agents have called and saying that little Johnny is the best thing since sliced bread, but that's what it's all about. You know, that's what I love. It's what I really look forward to, and that's what it's all about. And I really am enjoying it already. You know.
Any questions at the back there? Neil, Matt?
There's an obvious feel-good factor to you coming back to Pre-field Ady as a former player and also the captain of that team in 2000. But how can that help you get the team successful on pitch?
I think it's like I said before. It's that was then, and this is now. You know, I've gone away obviously since been a player, and obviously got me experience obviously with obviously the likes of Tony Pulis, who I think, me personally think, is the best British coach around. I think he's absolutely fantastic what he's done at Stoke. You know, I said before that 50, 60 years from now, then they'll have a statue of him, because I don't think they really realise what he's done there. And wherever he's been since Stoke's days, he's always obviously kept teams up, and look what he's doing at West Brom now. And you learn from his good points, his bad points, and like you say, with the likes of even going back to Ken Brown when I was apprentice and at Norwich, and a professional there, you know, lots of Ken Brown, Peter Taylor, obviously Tone, and there's some good managers there, and they've all got their good points, and they've got their bad points, and if you mould them all together, and I am very honest, I'll be honest with you, I'm very honest, I'm very open, and yeah, just want, like I said before, I think the boys will enjoy their football, but they've got to work hard, and like I say, it's all about results. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
We know Tony's style is quite direct, quite physical. Is that the mould that we'll see put on the Gills side, maybe?
Well, if you look at it, you know, I think it's been stereotyped a little bit. If you look at when we first went to Stoke, we had Matty Everington and Jermaine Pennant out wide, and they weren't direct then. Obviously, the only thing unfortunately we had Rory Delap, we had the long throw, and we were stereotyped about having the long throw. But if I do what Tony's done in his managerial career here, I think the chairman will be very happy. You know, obviously FA Cup finals, Europe, Premiership. So I think you'll be happy with that, Mr. Chairman, won't you?
Is that where you set the bar? Yeah.
But you know what?
Europe as well.
Yeah, we are close to Europe, so France is not too far. But no, like I say, it's you know, I think he's been unfortunately been stereotyped, but I think people are realising now what he's done. You know, and I think he's been superb in his football and management career.
So I know you talked before about your love of wingers, and Matt Jarvis was here. He's certainly got thumbs on and off the seat.
Yeah, I do. I do love wingers. I just feel that when I'm watching a game, when I go and watch games, if there's a winger or two wingers who are exciting and they're taking on the full-back and getting crosses in, and I think it's exciting for everybody. You know, you're on the edge of their seat all the time, and I do like that. So yeah, that possibly could be the way we're going. So but we'll have to wait and see.
And the fans have told us that with some of the managers in previous years that they've not really felt that bond with them. So I think Justin Edinburgh was one, certainly Mark Stimson was one before. I mean, I think you probably have an advantage there in that you're already much loved at the club, but how important can that be, do you think?
It's very important. You know, like I say, it's that hopefully they'll still love me. The only way that they'll still love me is obviously winning games. If I lose the first 10 games, they're not going to love me anymore. That's football, that is, you know, and that's just being realistic. But no, that's obviously important, and they know my feelings towards them, and that'll be with me forever. And like I say, this place, I want this place rocking and rolling, like it was before. I know for a fact, obviously, the away support are fantastic as well. So we've got a good base. We've got a good base, and we're so hungry, very, very hungry to do really well for this football club and take the club forward.